bad. Good. Okay guys, so what I've just did was created a project in Photoshop. I created a overlay for any Twitch users that need like just a camera overlay for their recent followers or recent donators. So basically it's as simple as you can see. It took me literally probably like maybe 15 minutes to make. What I'm gonna do now is transfer this project from Photoshop onto After Effects. Now with After Effects, I'm actually gonna add the more detailed illuminating lighting for, you know, just to project the camera overlay a lot better. Alright? Any questions, feel free to just message me in the chat. I do create these overlays for any followers, but you must subscribe to the channel for at least 3 months. And with that being said, I will either produce a overlay for you, a camera overlay, or just an overlay in general for gameplay. That can include your Twitch, any information that you want to put in there. You can give me an idea of what you want. I'll put it together. I'll piece it. I'll text it to you. Whatever. You can send an email. I'll send you an email with a rush draft, and you know, we talk back and forth about how you want your overlay. All right. So now we're gonna go on to After Effects and continue the project there. Let me actually close this project here. And for this one, I'm just going to use Saber Effect. I am quite new to the program. I am trying to learn more detailed stuff. My next project would be a glitch effect that I want to add into the overlays, which I think would look spectacular. And I'm also going to work on Twitch alerts. So for any recent followers, I'll try to work on GIFs to actually look a lot cleaner, not use standard stock Streamlabs stuff, you know. But let's create here composition. We're gonna put Aiden, don't laugh, because then he thinks it's a joke. Okay, as you can see, for those of you that just want to learn real fast, this is a very helpful tip. When you're moving your overlay onto After Effects, you need to make sure that it is transparent. What I mean by transparent is, as you can see, I'm clicking on this icon here. It shows that there's a clear background. Now, you need it to be transparent when you're transferring over onto your overlay for your camera display or gaming display. You need it to be transparent, because then once you do this, you can actually still view the game and anything else you're trying to stream at that, for that matter. So just make sure it's transparent, all right, before you bring it into After Effects, okay? Just for now, I'm actually going to keep the background because I need to actually work in these Saber effects, so bear with me. Okay, so for this, so as you can see, we added 3 sabers already. So now I'm gonna use another saber effect, but now I'm gonna actually change the effect on how it comes in. So right now, guys, I'm giving you a preview. I'm actually loading on the animation. I'm loading on the animation onto the overlay. So I'm letting it render right now. I'm gonna give it up to like at least 4 seconds, and then I'm gonna play it back for you guys, and you'll see how the transition's smooth. Don't forget, like, I'm doing this at 1920 times 1080. All right. This no matter what your stream is, 30 frames, 60 frames, this is gonna move exactly to the frames that you want. So, ready? Just give it a few more, and then I'll run it back for you.
Alright.
Yeah, you came in?
Yeah.
Okay. Bro, I'm surprised on how fast I learned this damn program.
That's good.
I actually want to grab, I want to grab this color. So basically, you see how I'm capturing the colors that are inside the image from behind, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is what I want to stick to, and we can make that happen. Yo, I've been freaking. You don't know how hard I was viewing YouTube videos and just learning.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Grab the same area right here. Alright, just for now, I'm gonna let that render real quick. I see what part I gotta fix. Let that render up for a second. It looks like it. I really like what I did with the lighting effect just now. I kept to how the lighting was coming up, like from blue to like purplish red and then orange.
Right.
So I'm gonna let it render for like maybe 6 to 8 seconds so we can get a good feel for it.
I'm surprised it doesn't render fast than that.
Yeah.
So you took something that you made in Photoshop,
Yeah.
and then you put that in here, and then you threw effects on it.
Yeah, exactly. And there is a way to create a alert, like an effect, almost like I can create. I'm literally the next thing I'm gonna get into is like glitching, like font glitches. It can literally, it's crazy what this damn program can do, and I can literally create a glitch with just the present tools that it's inside the program already.
Now, have you tried incorporating this into XSplit?
It should be, yeah, it should be able to, because you can put it straight in. What happens is you can put it straight into Streamlabs, and Streamlabs, all I gotta do is name the file accordingly to what Streamlabs can use. So once I put it in there, it'll work automatically. Like it just, I don't know, it just, you can input it however you want to, even with XSplit. However, I gotta save it to a format where the other program can read it. Alright, I'll wait till it gets to like 6 seconds. I want to get a little bit better, a little cleaner with the, recent donator, recent follower, and I get some better fonts for that. But this is like a test. And so, like, What I was gonna do was, like, with my channel is literally if somebody subscribes to 3 months,
Yeah.
I would literally create a camera overlay for them for free, or either a camera overlay or just a screen overlay.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be for a 3-month subscription.
Right, but they have to subscribe to you 3 times.
Yes.
Or you could just make it to where, you know, they pay you a certain amount, and then you'll give them like packages where, like, let's say $5 gets you this, $10 gets you this, you know, stuff like that.
Exactly. You see that?
I'm waiting for it to load now. Yeah, looks good. I mean, like I said, it was a bit janky just now, but it looks good. I think it's because of the fact that it's not like fully rendered out or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, looks good.
And I can put it on a constant loop, and that's what it'll do.
Now, what would make it better is if you make where the recent followers and the recent donator bars do the exact same lightning effect and shit.
Okay.
Make it do it like that, and then you said you wanted to change the font. You could do that, whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then, of course, just leave the black part like blank, so then you can have the name in there.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. You could either make it scrolling text, or you can make it just like standstill. So when a person recently follows or donates or whatever, they'll have their shit right there.
Yeah. Yo, I love that reactor. It like literally it complements the fire in the background.
Yeah, the lightning shit. Yeah.
Yeah. It complements it so well. Look at that. That's amazing.
Yeah, it looks good. Right now, you're ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're ahead of the game right now. I can't even do this shit, so.
You got me, baby. Don't worry.
I got permission.
Alright, so we have, so far that was 1, 2, 3, 4 electric reactors. Then I have so many effects, so like I can change the effect of certain ones. Like I'm gonna create a new one. Solid. I can create intro, like intros, and it's crazy, man. Like I can change the camera position, create reflections and everything, man. I just gotta get into it. I was looking at a video today for the glitch process of how he created it with text, and it's crazy how it transitioned from one glitch to another glitch. Like literally, it said glitch dispatch, right? He literally had it glitch out straight into a transition into dispatch. Like it was a smooth transition. It was incredible. And then he had the reflection on the ground, changed the camera position to make it dynamic, and then he had the camera shake. Like it was incredible. Like I'm gonna learn how to do that.
Man, that would be pretty solid though. Well, the thing is, like, you might want to focus on the transitions next. So, say, like, for an example, if you in XSplit, right, and you on, like, a full screen of the game, and then you click on a different scene, and it goes to your webcam, before it processes to your webcam, it'll process that transition first.
Yeah.
And then it will go to the webcam. You could do that in XSplit, which is crazy. I just don't know how to fucking do it, because it's, like... Yeah, I don't know how to go about making shit like this or whatever. She's crazy.
Look at that solar wave. Firestorm. Firestorm looks horrible. Inferno? Do we want to do Inferno? Nah, I think the arc reactor is just beautiful. It's clean.
Well, it might not be clean when it's in still motion, though. That's the thing. If he was to play the other joints, it might be different. Yeah, do it for the recent stuff, yeah.
Boom.
Go take a bath. I'm taking a dookie.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Everybody in the world knows he's taking a dookie now.
Dookie.
Alright, so we're gonna create a new one. That was Saber. This is Saber 10. Oh. Later on, I'm gonna get more detailed on how I name stuff too, because if I go in.
Look to your left on the bottom.
Reactor. I want to change the color of this. So I need it to be that color. But
You don't have your face cam on, right?
yes, I do.
Fucking with him, man. Hard.
So, yo, that looks awesome. I can do a nice street. I was thinking about you, and I was like, yo, I can do Nelson a nice Street Fighter one too, man, with the characters like PNG'd with the freaking camera overlay.
Yeah.
Yo, this shit looks so badass. Like if Bison was standing there, I could make his eyes glow.
Oh yeah, but still shot, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. Right now, it's mostly like if I had to pick out what I want done, it would have to be like the transition switching. Whereas, like, let's say for an example, it shows, I don't know, like your name or whatever, and then like it will do whatever it wants to do, and then it just transitions into the next slide, and then when you click on a different slide, it goes, you know, it does a thing.
Nice.
I just don't know how to go about making that shit.
Yeah.
And then of course the intro and the outro.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm working myself into. Hold on.
Take a bath.
Alright. I'm letting that render real fast. Hold on. Alright. So I gotta add that into, I don't know how they would know that. Yeah, I guess I would have to put that into my profile, my bio or something, that I do this.
Yeah, that way you could just promote it on stream. Like, let's say for an example, you go to Photoshop, right? You make yourself like a still shot thing, and you just put like what you trying to promote. So let's say like, oh, you know, I make overlays, I make 3D like that. And, you know, if you guys want to know more about it, you can hit up my business email, such and such, whatever. You can keep it nice and short, so you don't have to show prices on stream.
Okay.
You just like, yo, just hit me up for any business inquiries or whatever. Like, you could make like your own like still shot slide. Like, you know how you made that like starting soon, stream starting soon
Yeah.
shit. But with no effects, no nothing. You just make a still thing of that and just put like, you know, you could put your DJ Maximum logo up there. You could put, you know, learning how to make stuff for like, you know, Twitch streamers, like overlays or you know, transitions, intros, outros, and if you know, then you can show them some of your work with like a short made video, I guess. And then you said if you like what you see, you know, just hit up my business email at suchandsuch.com, and that's it. You keep us nice and sweet, and then you talk about all the money and whatever offline, so then Twitch doesn't see like, oh, you gambling with money or whatever.
Okay.
Because then that'll cause problems in the future. So.
Oh, okay. But even if I have them, like, donating is not a problem. But it's just marketing.
Yeah,
what I wanna
marketing. What you trying to do? Yeah, is kind of a big issue. But if they donate and whatever, or even if they donate to you offline just to pay off for like let's say for an example, if they want one, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could just tell them like, all right, starting price is like, let's just say $10.
Okay.
With $10, they get one rough draft of what the overlay or whatever they're trying to have made done, or like a rough, quick edit to show them like how it would look.
Yeah.
And then if they want it, and then they want like the whole package, you just charge them like a whole package. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Nice. Because I can add this. Like, let's say I have this as a camera display. I can also get the overhead display to make it to look like this as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be a package deal. You get the camera overlay and you get the screen overlay.
Man.
All right, now let's see how this looks together.
No, this way, away from her. Go like this. Go on your arm.
Whoa.
Yeah. Come on. Like this.
Okay, easy.
Go like that.
Whoa. She was not responding to this one. I need to save this.
That shit almost broke.
Yeah, I need to save as. Right?
Yeah, I guess you're trying to save the project.
Yeah.
Yeah, save as whatever.
Molly!
Mommy, snap your fingers. Somebody snap. Relax. You want my bell today, bro. Don't be in that. You want to be in. Alright. What
Okay.
you say? Wash yourself. Wash.
It's nice.
I said.
It's clean.
Yeah, it looks good.
Alright, so now my only thing is hold on. First let me stop this. Now I have to come here to page. How do I take off the overlay? See, this is the thing. This is the thing that confuses me.
What are you trying to do? You trying to make the shit disappear?
Yeah, the background.
Isn't the eye on the far left corner supposed to make it disappear? Like, you know, on that layer that you have your PNG is like a eye thing or whatever. Oh no, that what does
Yeah.
it have? Yeah, it does. It makes it thing disappear.
Yeah, but See, I want it to be where I get rid of the background, the black. That's
Well, that I would not have any idea. That might
toggle
be.
transparency grid.
That I would not know. That's something you might have to look into. Whatever. That shit doesn't. Wait. Hold on. Cause there's stuff down there where it says the transform,
Yeah.
and it says like anchor point, positioning, scale, rotation, and then opacity, and it's at 100. That thing, I don't know if that would fuck with it though, but
Nope.
okay. It just deletes the picture.
Yeah.
I have the slightest idea how you're gonna do that.
Let's see. View. Show grid snap.
Say no. Say no again. I'll beat you up. You being a bad boy. You being a bad boy. You being a bad boy. What? What you said after that? Okay, I see that. Don't stop. It's not hard.
So let me try.
Now we need to do to you. Your turn. No concern. No concern. Come on. No concern. Come on. See, that's hot. Stop. Sit. Sit. Hurry. Sit down. No.
That's what I don't know.
Bro, you like the water.
How to make it transparent.
Hot.
Yeah, how would I make this a transparent? I made it go onto the program as transparent.
It says make sure your background is transparent. You can easily tell if your background is transparent by clicking on the checker box in the composition panel. So in your composition channel, you'll hit the checker box, and then it will say add to render queue, and then you would just tell the channel to do RGB and alpha, and then it would render, and then it says you're done. But that's if you're exporting it. That's if you're finished.
Okay, so wait. Where is that transparent?
That blue checker box right there, son. The thing that you've been hitting this whole time.
So I gotta make sure it's on.
Well, you just gotta click it to see, yeah. So if it's blue, that means it should be on. But the thing is, I don't know if you have to do it for all your slides. You see what I'm saying? Or is it just like a one turn on all type shit?
It's a one turn on all, I guess, because it's still highlighted. I'm going through all of them.
But you're just trying to get rid of the black. I'm just trying to understand because... Oh, that is loud as fuck. So when you started, though, it was transparent?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I toggled it to show
Wow.
transparent.
Hold on. Alright, so apparently it says that you have to delete your background layers. So whatever is in the main portion of the background, it has to be deleted. So do you have anything that would contain a background layer?
Yeah, all of these, the sabers.
So the sabers have black.
Yeah.
So hold on, let me zoom in on this shit. Hold on. So basically, like, let's say for an example, you got a movie playing, whatever, and then in one of the slides it would say like a certain solid or whatever. You would have to get rid of it in order for it to be in transparency mode. But the thing is, I don't want you to do something that you're gonna regret, and then you don't know how to get back into it.
Yeah. See, all of these had a solid background. That's the thing. So how
Can you just remove the solid background from them?
I can't find underwear.
Were you removing the FX?
Yeah, let me see something. Yeah, it looks like it's just.
So whatever you just did is not.
Alpha Mat?
No, we didn't.
Damn it. Come on.
So basically, what it's saying here, if you hit the transparency button and your shit is not going into transparency right away, then that means that you didn't make your composition transparent.
This was transparent though.
Well, whatever you did, you was creating black on black on black on black on black on black. So I'm wondering if you can do it from wherever you're at right now. Yeah, I would have to see. It says start off by pressing F1 and going into transparency and composition selecting of the help files. You can find the info on the web here, then move the rendering section. That you have to pick a codec to render that supports the transparency. That's if you're trying to export it.
What if I just try to export it? How would I export it?
Well, they said that if you're trying to export, I have to go back.
Add to render queue.
It says basically, hold on, you gotta wait. It's just taking a bit though. Come on. Alright, so it says basically you go to composition and then add to render queue. Composition. Composition.
Okay. Pre-render.
Hold on. It just says add to render queue. Add to render queue. Then when you add it to the render queue, where it says channel for the video output, you want it to be RGB plus alpha. And for the output module, you want it to be lossless.
So render settings, you want it to be best settings.
The render setting, I don't know. You're gonna have to pull it down. I don't know what. See, this doesn't. It's not supposed to look like this. That's the thing. Where it says video output, it's supposed to be lossless. For video, yeah, no. Output module is supposed to be lossless. Sorry,
Okay.
output module. And then video output itself, I guess, is output 2. I guess it's not specified.
Mm.
You click it and then see if it comes up. I don't know.
What?
Did you click the not output not yet specified?
And where's that? I'm so, oh, not
It's,
specified.
yeah, I don't know what that's gonna bring up.
Hold on, there's a video here. How to export render with transport background and After Effects.
Hello, I'm Inesolia from Tolerated Cinematic by Lower Thirds for Facebook and Instagram. Actually, follow the tutorial for free.
And you have to tell it to be transparent. So you already have it transparent.
Summit is actually select QuickTime. I unchecked the audio, and then I will go to video here. It is 30. Actually, I'll go, and it's actually all you have to do. Once you the audio, and then I will go to video here. Once you have that done, and go to the composition and add this to the video folder here. And then here we have our video. For the format, I will choose a QuickTime format, and then for the presets, actually, I need to reset them, but okay, I'm going to open this up, and all you need to do is actually select QuickTime. I unchecked the audio, and then I will go to video here, change the codec to PNG, so that we can use a transparent background. You can go into the codec settings, make sure that's
My guy, I choose this. You downloaded this? Media Encoder?
No.
This is Adobe.
Man, I don't know why it's making it so difficult for you to do things. Can you unclick out of there and just click on the plus icon?
No.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because I gotta go to Chipotle tomorrow.
Here, come on. Stop. Okay. So do you want me to do it? You want me to put your stuff on? Or when you finish, you don't have to show
basically video formatted with transparent backgrounds, so you can just slap it onto your stream and it'll basically animate while you are streaming, and you can make it loop and all that type of stuff. So I actually had someone request something like this in the comments of my last tutorial where I showed you guys how to make a Twitch overlay in Photoshop. So I'm going to go ahead and start this. But before I start, I'm going to say that this is recommended for PC users only because of some of the features of keep the file size very, very small, so you won't have to worry about big file sizes as most. And then I'm going to drag this right across. I'm going to put, and I'm going to go down here to the playlist editor and click on the little. Have to do some more research on that. If you guys do, and you can, as you can see, the text disappeared. But really, when I scroll, the text will only be animating in the black section right where I want it to be. It's not going to be, you know, coming
thanks for watching the stream.
Nothing
That's
like
dope.
that. It'll just scroll right across, like so. And
That's dope. He created a border where it said thanks for watching the stream, and it continuously goes.
Last animation.
Mm.
Okay guys, so now what we're going to do is we're going to, I'm going to show you in OBS on how they look. So basically in OBS, you're going to want to download a plugin called Video Source, a Video Source plugin. And as far as I know, this is only for PC users because they have a 32 and a 64-bit version. I don't know if you have a Mac version. That's why I recommend PC users to follow this tutorial only, because I looked it up and I couldn't find no Mac version. You know, Mac is has OBS, but I don't think whoever made the plugin didn't make it for Mac users. I would have to do some more research on that. If you guys do find a version for Mac, I highly recommend that you guys put it in the comment section so that it'll help others that want to follow this
I
tutorial.
tried to drop it like it was freaking AE.
So first off, what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and delete these that I made earlier. And I'm going to basically, after you have the plugin nice and installed into your OBS folders, I'm going to right click and add and click video. This will let you add a video overlay even if it does or does not have a channel. I'm going to name this overlay. I'm going to click OK.
We didn't even open the file.
So basically, the video settings will basically be what you are streaming at. I'm recording this video at 1920 by 1080, so that's what I'm going to put. And I'm going to go down here to the playlist editor and click on the little question mark, and I'm going to go to the overlay animation number 1, which is the top portion of my overlay. And since I want it to be playing over and over and over and over again, I'm going to put playlist looping on. This will basically keep putting this looping it over.
You realize that file does not translate over what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
You have to put it in something that it can play. It's not finished. It's not rendered. You can't click that.
Okay, so let's undo.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're trying to render it, but it's in a black thing, and you don't have it in transparency. So it's like...
Max,
What?
look at him. Look at me.
Hold on, puppy.
You're doing stuff.
Why is this current render? Why is it still like this? Damn it. There we go. There we go. Whoa, hold on, but what happened to the lights though? See, this is the problem.
Why don't you just drag the one with the DJ Max overlay all the way up instead of doing it one by one?
Still didn't go.
You probably can't do it because the way how you had it set up. I don't know how you did it. Look at this, dude. Just show my sound real quick.
Well, it just moves.
Yeah, watch. Once it's done rendering, you can see it moves better. How to delete. So I know how to do this now. I click this, boom, and it's on transparent. What if I do that and put transparent? No, it doesn't work.
It's okay, Greg. You can try another poem tomorrow.
I was done with that silly poem. Now I have to do another one. Don't worry, you'll do great tomorrow. Yeah, you'll nail it, Greg. It's not easy. It's embarrassing. Oh, I don't want to have to read another poem out loud again, ever. Whoa, what is that? What's going on? Hey, my voice is getting quieter.
Come on.
What are you doing, Greg? Your voice went into that box. There's only one nighttime villain who can make a machine like that. Romeo. DJ Masks, we're on our way. Into the night to save the day.
Night in the city, and a brave band of heroes is ready to face fiendish villains to stop them messing with your day. Connor becomes
Catboy.
Amaya becomes
Can't skip this deal because it's every day. Carry out large 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each only at Domino's.
Hey guys, welcome to another very exciting quick VFX tutorial where I will show you how you can create awesome visual effects without boring you for full 30 minutes. Now, you may be wondering why once again I'm chucking some explosives. Well, these grenades are actually going to help me demonstrate The first element we will use is an explosion, and it is called Fireball against Black 03. Simply drag this clip in. Outline here, which you did not get with the version where we set the blend mode. This is the brightness or the luminance of the pixels. Position and scale the layer as needed, just so it sits nicely in your scene. Now, two things you will notice immediately. First off, it still has the Detonation Films logo at the front, but you can remove that simply by trimming down the beginning of the layer. And the second thing you will notice is that obviously it still has a really solid black background. This is the most common problem that people have with free stock footage. They download it online, and it's actually really easy to get rid of this. The first option you have is to change the blend mode of your layer. Every layer has a column for the blend mode that is currently being applied. My Fireball against Black is currently set to normal. If you cannot see this column, click on the Toggle Switches and Mode button at the very bottom of the screen to turn this column on or off. With explosions, you can simply change the blend mode of the layer to Screen. This will automatically remove the black background from the explosion element because it actually uses the brightness or the luminance of the pixels in the image to determine the opacity. If you look at this, this actually looks pretty cool, I'd say. The only problem that you may have with this is that due to the color and the darkness of the original explosion, it does look a little bit faint. It's a little bit transparent at times. For explosions, that is usually not too much of an issue, especially once you add a bit of glow and intensity to it. But this can be a big problem if you're working with blood elements, because you don't want the blood elements to look this faint. But there is another way to remove the black background. Let's quickly duplicate this layer, and let's change the blend mode of this duplicated layer back to normal. There it is again with a solid black background, and let's disable the visibility of the explosion that we've set to Screen. Let's instead use a color key effect to remove the black background from this explosion. In your Effects and Presets panel, simply search for Color Key. The one I'm going to use is called Linear Color Key. Simply drag this effect onto your layer to apply it. Then, in the effect settings, use the color picker to select the black background of the clip. Bam! And it's gone. That looks pretty cool, I'd say. Now, the only thing that you will have to tweak is that you can kind of see a little bit of a dark outline around the edge of the explosion. Zoom in a little bit for this. You can kind of see a little bit of this dark outline here, which you did not get with the version where we set the blend mode to Screen. However, you have control over how much of the dark areas is going to be removed by the color key. The linear color key effect has two properties that you can use to control how much of the color is being removed by this effect. First, you can increase the matching tolerance to trim more colors that are similar to your key color from this layer. The second thing is the matching softness. This will determine how hard the edges of the color key are being applied to this clip. I've just jacked up the tolerance and the softness a little bit, and if we look at this actually looks a lot better. You even have the little sparks. Now, this is the version where we use the linear color key to remove the black background. And this is the version where we set the blend mode to Screen. As you can see, the one where we set the blend mode to Screen is, well, it is a bit more glowy, which is maybe what you're after, but it is also a little bit more transparent. This might work really well for explosions or fire elements, but usually for things like blood or smoke, it doesn't really work very well, so I much prefer using a linear color key. Let's switch back over to the version where we have the linear color key, zoom back out, and play back
Why are
this
you not
effect.
trying to go to bed?
Because
what?
Oh, that's not too
Try
bad.
to say goodnight.
Yes, I totally
Dude,
agree. It's missing
it took
things
you
like
30
the
years to get
explosion
over
lighting
here.
and the camera shake, but
I
I
went
have
to
already
log
covered
in.
how to do
And
those
lay
things
there
in
with
my
him.
Explosions
No, I
basic tutorial. Again, I will put a link to the Explosions basic tutorial in the description of this video. One thing to be aware of is that not all free stock footage elements that you can find online have a black solid background. For example, let's use a different stock
Not
footage
telling me
element.
nothing, bro.
For now, disable the visibility of the explosion. Here's another element from the Detonation stock footage pack. It's called Black Smoke Mask. Drag this.
Guys, cover me in the cat car. Got it. This is even worse than having to read a poem at school, isn't it? Oh, look what the cat dragged in! Love you, cat.
Oh my god, this shit is, it's hurting my brain.
It's not giving you what you want. It's probably something you're still not doing. As I always say, if you can't figure it out today, you figure it out the next day.
DJ Mask voice. Time to get all three.
I'm so goddamn tired.
You can get customized insurance and save money with Liberty Mutual.
So, really quick, let me show you this really quick, because I already had an entire video on this, but we're not going to use a shape layer. We're going to be using a new solid.
Time to be a hero.
New solid is a matte with a color. We're going to go to Video Copilot Saber. And we're going to go ahead and go to, we're going to put it on mode add,
Imagine all the naughty things I can do with
Add.
this voice.
right? And we're going to throw this, one of these marks right here,
Oh, this is
the other
even
one over
more
here,
genius than I thought.
for the spread, 0.5 for the glow, and then 1 for the core size. And that gave me a really cool look. And I also believe I had alpha mode on, what was it on? No. I think it goes on something different. No, we'll just leave it disabled for now. But we'll leave it at alpha mode on disabled. Oh, it was gonna go to render settings. Oh, because you want to make sure it's transparent. Because when you have a solid, no matter what,
Yeah.
you don't have your a solid is basically a solid, right? It's gonna be a solid color. So essentially, what I have here is my background is no longer transparent. So what I have to do is in Saber settings, go to render settings here, go to composite settings, and change it to transparent.
Ah, got it.
Win, Romeo.
Mother suckers!
Let's see you do it though.
I gotta switch this to add. Hold on. I gotta switch all these back to add.
I'm behind you.
That'll be mad funny if this shit's still
No, I'm here.
That's what I did wrong. I was supposed to.
I'm here. Here I am.
Boom. Now we're going to go to render settings.
Sound like me again. No,
Composite settings, black, transparent.
I've got my back too.
Now I have to do that for every single one. Wait, Logan. Transparent.
I guess there's no more voice stealing now, Romeo. PJ Masks, so show the ray, 'cause in the 90s, save the day.
save the day.
No, I'm using it.
I thought you'd laugh and I'll make
I gotta buy a charger tomorrow, man.
and now I'm done. Well done, Ray.
Logan, leave her alone. Let her relax.
Just kidding.
After I do this shit, I'm going to bed.
Master Fang's sword.
Nah, I'm gonna start streaming.
The greatest of forever.
Don't know what, but I'm gonna start streaming.
Yeah, I'm streaming. I'll stream probably the overlays tomorrow. Well, I'm gonna try to stream it right now and see how it looks.
Sorry, Connor. Don't get angry. Master Fang never ever gets angry. I'm glad. I know everything about Master Fang. I never miss a show. It's amazing how he never gets angry. He's taught me so much about being a hero.
Hello, everyone. Master Fang here, but I have some bad news. My sword was stolen last night, and until it's found, I'm afraid I can't do my show.
Here we go.
Master Fang's sword was stolen? It's okay, Connor. Maybe we can get it back. We sure will. No! Away with that.
Okay, but now here's my thing. Here's my thing though.
How
This
we're gonna
screen,
export it?
the screen is black. It's supposed to be transparent. You know
Think
that,
so?
right? It's supposed to be. How you gonna add the screen there?
No way. Don't tell me that, Nelson.
I'm dead ass. What do you think I'm lying for? So look, you're gonna put the screen there, and the lightning is gonna be covered by your camera. The black in the middle has to be transparent.
Oh shit.
You can't just make that as a quick edit. Like you gotta fucking put it in Photoshop. Just crop the thing out.
Wait.
Don't you have this open in Photoshop?
Yeah, I do.
So just crop out that black shit and then just make that transparent. The screen itself, yeah. Just make that shit go bye-bye.
Just delete it?
Just untab it out. Like, you have it as its own source, right? Make it visible. You don't have to delete it per se, but just make it invisible, and then the black screen should disappear, right?
See that?
Okay, so then that's what you ended up doing?
Yeah.
Using the fire for both of the Smash logos?
Yeah.
Now the thing is, when you add your camera into XSplit or whatever, you don't have it done. Unless if you make it to the point where you have to erase a good portion of that box, because it's gonna look weird, dude. I'm telling you, because then you're gonna have, unless if you don't mind shrinking your camera so there's a little black outline above your camera. All right. If you want to do it like that, then leave it as is then, and then just export the whole video, render it out, so it's something that XSplit can understand, and then add it.
All right. I don't have all my vehicle.
Yeah, I definitely want to stream. I just gotta figure out what though.
Alright. Let me try this copy first. Let me see this. And then I'll do better next time.
Click over here, you'll see that it's actually now transparent again. So that's what I was trying to figure out, because I was trying to figure out where the problem is. And there's something else to do, but make sure I can. Whatsoever. However, it's super hot and I'm super like I feel like I'm getting sick. It's not good. But yeah, but yeah, that's about it. So anything you want to see me do, hopefully maybe the lower third.
Charlie!
That'll probably be just something about like making it look like, you know, hey, subscribe here or something like that for your YouTube channel. I don't know, but I'm having a lot of fun in After Effects. But I think I'm gonna do a little bit of more of the light. Likes on the video because it's, but yeah, much love. Talk to you guys later. Hope you guys enjoy. Peace. Since we chew out. Don't forget to keep smiling, stay positive, and stay freaking don't chat. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. You guys really wanted really wanted it. I know that for a fact. I see you guys tweeting at me and leaving the comment sections. But yeah, that's about it. So anything you want to see me do, hopefully maybe the lower third things, I can definitely probably do that. That'll probably be just something about like making it look like, you know, hey, subscribe here. If you guys are new to this channel, please subscribe. If you guys haven't left a like, 2 likes on the video because it's see that. Stay freaking notifications.
Alright, you did not tell me how to render this fucking video, bro.
I guess you're supposed to go to file or whatever.
By just simply going over here, click on the rectangle, click and drag, and just basically fill your entire canvas. By the way, let me just say this now before anyone just starts. What's the canvas size? It's 1920 by 1080p. So if you guys just go to 1920, 1080, and then basically the resolution I have on 300. I believe anything above 150 or 175 is perfectly fine anyway. However, I just like to have it on 300 because why the heck not? And then you create it. That's going to be your basically your project file as well when you go into Illustrator. So keep that in mind. It's 1080p resolution screen. So on this rectangle here, we're going to basically press the right click, transform selection. That way I can kind of give it.
Charlie!
Here I'm holding Shift. That way you can see on my right hand side or right
What happened to my music?
It's 15, 30, and then 45. Basically, if you hold Shift, it keeps it in a nice simple 15 numbers when you're actually rotating it, so you can actually guess or anything like that. That way you have.
First of all, this is what I see. Does XSplit take SVG files?
What?
Does XSplit take SVG files?
No.
What does XSplit?
What else does it have?
I have no idea.
Let me see.
Hi everyone, my name is Justin Odisho, and in this video I'm going to show you how to export a transparent background image or project from Adobe After Effects CC. So what I've got open in my After Effects project is just this simple lower third that I've created. If you have all of your background 1920 by 1080 or 4K or whatever, I'm just going to use default preset here. But the one setting that you want to make sure to check is in the out view, or if you like going through encoder for separate projects, you can do that. I'm just going to add it to the render view. You can choose render view, or if you like going through encoder for separate projects, you can do that. I'm just going to add it to the render view. You can choose whatever settings that you need, whether it's 1920 by 1080 or 4K or whatever. I'm just going to use the default setting. But the one setting that you want to make sure to check is the output module. Just click on it so it opens up the menu. And in the video output channel section, make sure you choose RGB plus alpha. That'll make sure it gives you the transparent depth of field. And when I click render, it'll really render out the layers in the transparent background. But switching programs into our video editor, Adobe Premiere Pro, if we were to use those assets, like those transparent assets that we created in After Effects, render view, or if you like going through media encoder for separate projects, you can do that. I'm just gonna add it.
But what is it outputting to?
Choose whatever settings that you need, whether it's 1920 by 1080.
I don't know. I'm seeing what this guy's doing.
I'm just gonna use default preset. One setting you want to make sure to check is in the output module. Just click on it so it opens up the menu. And in the video output channel section, make sure you choose RGB plus alpha.
Format. See AVI.
To the transparent depth of field.
It takes AVI. But your channels, it has to be RGB plus alpha. You heard?
Hold on. It has to be what?
Go back to it. Channels, you see what it says RGB?
Yeah.
It has to be RGB and alpha. Check the render thing. See what it says render on your slide? I don't think you're looking at it correctly.
Oh, right here?
See where it says check the one? See it says a blank box there? You click it. So you gotta put it to an output. You have yet to select an output.
So that is how to export transparent.
Yeah, you never selected an output.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like on
Because it says output 2 and specify.
Subscribe to my channel if you're not yet, and follow me on social media at Justin Odisho to stay up to date with me and message me easiest. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Here we go.
Now you can render it and see if it works. I don't know how long that shit's gonna take to render either.
Look at the bar.
Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
An hour and 53 minutes, you're fucked.
Night in the city, and a brave hero is ready to face fiendish villains to stop
This video was sponsored by OutBeatsExpress.com. OutBeats Express Stock Media by subscription is a new site that offers...
So you gotta give it time to render. This is the sucky part. Since you don't have a strong enough computer, it's gonna take a minute.
Damn.
So yeah, then you just have to wait. And then the thing is, it's gonna put down your CPU usage for your stream because it needs all the processing power.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stop streaming for a sec. And I'll come back to it.
Well, I mean, it's gonna take a little while. It's not gonna be done quick.
Yeah.
It probably won't be done till like 12, probably later. Hell yeah, you're gonna be here for a hot minute.
Yep, it's about 2 hours and she's gonna take.
Yeah, when you're rendering, you're gonna need to use up all the resources you can, so you have to stop streaming. All that shit.
Oh damn, my phone didn't even, it died while it was on the charger. Alright, so I'm gonna let this render, and I'll catch you mañana when it's done.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up streaming in a little bit. I just gotta find play. Oh boy. So you think it'll probably be done by like the time you wake up, I assume.
Yeah.
And hopefully it finishes, because that shit's gonna take a good minute. And it's only a 30-second video. That's the shit that's bananas.
Yeah.
Only a 30-second video. But yeah, it should work. And then in export you can make it always like infinite loop or whatever.
Yeah.
And shit like that. And then you could put the followers and the donators. You'll have to add like that's a certain thing you might need to download in order for you to do that. It's gonna be a little bit more technical.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can get it done.
Yeah, next time I gotta make that rectangle transparent.
It has to be transparent in the middle, so it's easier to just slip it on through. Because what you got going now, like you see how like your lightning joint. Your lightning joint was supposed to be like your box border. You feel me? It was supposed to be your box border.
Yeah.
And the black box now is gonna look mad cheesy and it'll look like you didn't even try, because when you put the camera in there, it's gonna take away some of this lightning effect.
Yeah.
that shit's gonna look straight trash. So you're gonna have to find a way to get rid of this black shit in the middle if you was able to.
If I could send it to Photoshop and render the, like, you know, use the eraser tool on the box itself, then maybe that'll save me from doing all the work all over again.
I don't know if you could do it like that. You could try, but I honestly don't know if you could take a finished AVI product and edit it again. That's a little bit weird. I don't know if you could even do that. So I'm surprised you can't even do it in here. You probably could. Probably could, but I don't know.
Oh wait, this is an eraser tool.
Yeah, but you're rendering, bro. Like, you're gonna have to stop the whole fucking rendering and redo it again. Might as well. You didn't get that fucking far anyways. Might as well just cut this shit off.
Do I need to render it that long? I don't need to do that. I can stop it, right? And then just keep it that far like that?
I don't know. I don't know how it works. I never used this before. You could try to use the eraser shit now. I don't know.
Go there. Stop.
Music paint. Oh no. He's up.
Clipping, bro.
What happened to my stuff now?
You're probably still in the thing. You're not even in the right one. Hey, you're not even in the right one. You probably are in a different menu, son. You're like, get out of yourself.
Yeah, dude.
You is motherfucking the shit out of yourself. You're in a different menu. You probably just gotta click on something else, I'm telling you. Yeah, I think you just make your shit worse because you keep clicking on the same thing. See? That's what I'm saying, like you straight motherfucking yourself. Alright.
Alright, bro. This, let this render.
Yeah. Yeah, you do that. I'm gonna get off the Discord and probably, like I said, find something to stream. If I don't stream before 11 o'clock, I'm going the fuck to bed. I've been asleep all fucking day, which is random, but I've been asleep all day, on and off. But yeah. Like I said, just show me tomorrow before you head into Chipotle.
Alright.
Shit. Alright, then.
Alright, bro.
Alright.